Alright, hi everybody. I'm back for day 2, technically day 3, but day 2 was kind of uneventful. So day 1 I had Soylent for breakfast and for dinner, and for day 2 I had it for breakfast and for lunch, and then for the third meal I had kind of regular meals. We had a birthday dinner downtown last night, so I ate robustly, as they say. So first, I wanted to make this video a little bit about the mixing, because Vic on the forums asked for that, and I know Van Kloot has done this before and he did a great job, and I'm mimicking him, but it's always good to see a fresh perspective on it. Just a little bit of a shout out to some of the folks on the forums that have helped me get through the waiting. People like Soylent Noise, Vic, Rocket Zero, Jeff Labert, Spud, Coding Horror, Knuffs, Laura T, Ichabod 13, Van Kloot and his wife, of course, were very important in getting me through the waiting period, and the Cobble brothers, although I'm not sure, are they brothers? I don't know, maybe they are, maybe they're not. Anyway, all those folks have been very helpful, and of course my friends that are hopefully watching this, the Kellermans and Dante Tishy and Mike David and some of the others that I know. So thank you for the support. So with that, what I'm going to do is mix this up. So first thing you do, and I got this again from Van Kloot, he was very, very good. Open up the bag and kind of tap it down a little bit. I like to just kind of open it a little slowly, just to let the powder fall down into the bag, because you don't want to make a big mess. Then you kind of, I'm using the pitcher that my wife got at Tivana. It's exactly the same as the ones that go out in the starter kit, but I've already got some in the fridge. So I kind of just put the bag into the container and just give it a little shake in. I promised my wife I wouldn't shake anything on camera because she made the good point that it doesn't look very good. But anyway, so you put that in like that. No muss, no fuss. Of course I have to also say hello to my mother and my sisters who may be watching as well. But anyway, so you've got your powder in there now. Now what Van Kloot suggested, and I found it to be very helpful, is you're going to fill up the water maybe a half or 3/4. So I'm going to do that real quick. Bear with me. I've got filtered water in the fridge, so I've been using that and it seems to work good. Alright, as you can see I've got about maybe 3/4 filled with water. Now this water's cold. Some people have suggested that maybe cold water isn't the best idea, but I haven't any problem with it. So the next thing you do is put your lid on. Now one note of caution, you got to make sure these lids are on nice and tight, but you don't want to over tighten them because there's some gaskets in there that can get a little messed up and then you'll get some leakage. But I found if you just give it a nice little kind of twist, you should be good. Now what was suggested is to just kind of slowly tip this up and just let the water kind of mix in, especially around the bottom here, with the Soylent. You can see it does clump up a little bit on the bottom, but it breaks away, and really you're just kind of moistening the Soylent mix at this point. A little back and forth just to get it moving and unclumped. You can see the beautiful color that's produced. Sadly, it's not horribly appetizing color, but that's alright. We have to get our mind wrapped around a new form factor for food anyway, so there's no reason why color shouldn't come into play there as well. So you can see now that it's gotten pretty well mixed up, right? It's a bit of a slurry, but then I'm going to take this lid off, and I'm going to put it here, go back in, and add some more water. Now this is where I'm a little bit different than some of the other posts that have been on. I put that lid back on, squeeze it down, make sure everything's tight. I didn't go all the way up. I went to about 1 inch from the top, as you can see here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a good shake. Again, I'm not supposed to be shaking things on camera, but oh well, here it is. If you turn it over while you're shaking, you can see that there's still a little bit of Soylent on the top there. Maybe you can see that, but not much. It's really gone into the mixture well. I should cut this part out, but I probably won't. Good. Now it's fully mixed, and I'm going to add a little bit more water here. You can see that, you can tell it's mixed because the lid, there's not any Soylent on the lid at this point. I mean, there's liquid, but no mixture. I'm going to add a little bit more water. All right, I am just about to the top now. I'm about maybe a quarter inch below the top level, or just under the screw-on lid there. And I'm going to give it one more shake. And then this goes in the fridge for tomorrow. So this is tomorrow's food. Now, of course, many of you know, probably all of you know, that I won't add the oil until tomorrow, just before I start my first meal. So that does not go in at this point. I just wanted to show you guys what the picture looks like from last night. So I had one meal yesterday out of this pitcher. You can see there's a little bit of separation. I think that's, I don't know if that's oil or water, but one quick shake gets rid of that real quick, and it's nice and mixed in. And then I'm going to pour myself some breakfast. In this container I go pretty much to the, you know, about an inch from the top, and that's about a meal. And that'll leave me with enough for a meal later. Back in the fridge, put my lid on, and out of habit I shake this before I drink it, but then I have breakfast. And I'll tell you, from a taste perspective, my very first taste, I didn't like it much, but now I'm finding that I like it a lot. It tastes much better than it did the first day. I let some friends taste it. They, of course, took one little sip and immediately rejected it. You know who you are. But I think you guys will find that as you go on for a couple days, the taste actually starts to be pretty good. So with that, I'm going to end this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.